Okay, so it's been about a month since my last YFM related video, and that was only a glimpse of what was to come. I enjoy YFM, quite a lot if you couldn't already tell, and I did have a lot of video ideas for the channel, but I really did not want YFM to become the main focus of my channel, you get it? So I decided a way I can summarize the entire channel and get my thoughts on it was to review it in a series that I haven't done in over 10 months. Overrated or underrated? Now, for anyone who isn't familiar to Overrated or Underrated, it's basically a series where I review a channel and deem them overrated or underrated. Of course, it isn't an official judgment. I don't go around telling people that they're overrated and they must abide to my claim, but it's a way I can review channels that I don't want to make an array of videos for. Now, yes, I've already made one YFM related video, but despite that video only being a month old, my opinions have changed heavily. I put Boom Headshot at number 6, and Bottles of Beer is not a top 10 song, I'm sorry. So let's do a quick rundown of what my top 10 now is. Number 10 is Alien, their first attempt at a rock song, and it works well. Also, the message is pretty great. Number 9 is Club Villain, one of their earlier songs, but it works, it's pretty fun. Now the number 8 and 7 spots are Orphan Tears 2 and Orphan Tears 3, a great return to YFM and a great way to close this trilogy. Number 6 is Whip Your Kids. The chorus goes pretty hard on this one, and this is the first look at the Cosmic Toast animation. Number 5 is White Boy Wasted, one of my favorite songs from the Cosmic Toast era, and that chorus is really catchy. Number 4 is Jupiter, the only exclusive Benatar song, and it's one of the best love songs they've ever made. Number 3 is Tiggle Bitties. Once again, the chorus here is the highlight, but also it's a lot of fun. Now number 2 is Robot Bar Fight. Initially my number 1 spot, but I found something better. And my number 1 spot is Verified. But then again, these are only 10 songs, and YFM has released over 30, so here's how I'll lay this out. YFM Generation 2 will not be rated in this video as they're far from finished, and they only have, well, 3 songs. But as for YFM Gen 1, it seems like we have 2 eras, as many people like to put it, being the Ladybug animation and the Cosmic Toast animation. So let's start off with Studio Ladybug's animation. Studio Ladybug animated the first 15 tracks of YFM, with their last track they animated being 8-Bit World. Many people like to consider this the golden era, because this is no doubt when YFM was in its prime. Their first track, My Balls, got 9 million views in the first month alone, and the previously mentioned Tiggle Bitties was their most popular song ever before eventually getting taken down. But the hype for YFM was here, and understandably why. The songs were great. Robot Bar Fight, the unofficial Smithers love song, Club Villain, and more were some great songs. However, there was undeniably a few duds, such as their 8th track, Mr. Mr. Douchebag, and Transphobic. Okay.
Penis.
But overall, YFM was doing great. But then, something happened. After they released 8-Bit World, they took a month off of uploading and came back with their song Puppet Breakup. And this song was a shocker to most fans, including myself when I first watched it. It depicted Puff as this mean, arrogant dick, when before he was just this goofball rapping about his testicles. Oh, and also, the song wasn't very good too. Very poor mixing and vocals, and I don't know if it's just me, but the puppet work in Puppet Breakup is pretty bad. Like, his mouth barely opens up, it's weird. But their next track, Whip Your Kids, was our first look at the Cosmic Toast animation. First off, the cast got mild redesigns. They pretty much look the same except for Benatar, who got a little hair redesign. In the Ladybug animation, Axel and Benatar basically had the same hairstyle, so I guess one of them had to be changed. And you know what? Benatar looks fine enough. Except for I don't know what's going on with that chain. And the animation seemed, keyword seemed, to have improved. And yeah, I like Whipping Your Kids. And yeah, I like the song Whip Your Kids. But the false sense of quality did not follow suit. But their next track, Booty Store, wasn't really necessarily liked. In fact, so much so that they had to disable likes on the video. And songs that followed after it were just plain bad. Epileptic Techno, Dookie Fresh, Friend Zone, She Looks Like Sex Remix, We Like Them Girls, all of these songs were just unbearable to listen to. Also, they tried doing a lot of love songs during this era, and I don't really know how to put this, but majority of them weren't exactly good. The previously mentioned Friend Zone may sound good, but the lyrics are awful. And I didn't really like the message of songs like Complicated or Text Me Back. Plus, Text Me Back is literally just a repeat of Heartbeat by Childish Gambino. Like, listen to them back to back.
I'm checking out your Facebook. I drive past where you work. You tell me you're my girlfriend, but are you even on planet Earth?
I know what your boy like. Skinny tie and a cup tight. He go and make breakfast. You walk around naked.
Plus, in my opinion, love songs don't really fit YFM. The two love songs they made before this, Zombie Love Song and The Smithers Love Song, were just goofy, lighthearted parodies, but these, they just feel awkward. Also, it was around this time that they started doing covers, and, most are pretty bad. Aside from the Bartender song, I actually really enjoyed that one. Oh, and the supposed animation upgrade seemed to somehow be worse than the Ladybug animation. There were constant animation errors, weird movements, rushed lines, and downright ugly background characters. I'm sorry if I was rambling, but this is genuinely where the downfall of YFM was, the Cosmic Toast era. Not only were views declining heavily because of the covers, but videos were getting taken down left and right due to copyright violations or YouTube community guidelines violations. But anyways, on September 26, 2012, YFM released their final track, Boom Headshot, to go away to make an album. And we all know how that turned out. The supposed album that they were working on for so-called 8 months never had anything recorded for it. And now if you go back, all mentions of the album are taken down from their videos. So yeah, that was how YFM was a great series in its prime, but fell into a great decline. Hey, that rhymed. However, they're back better than ever right now with their most recent track, Verified, at the time of writing this video, being my favorite song they've ever produced. It really seems like YFM has gotten back on their feet. They're not as edgy anymore, and it's overall a really fun listen. But for the final verdict, is YFM overrated or underrated? I deem YFM neither. Wow, I know, what a cop-out, right? But you gotta listen to me here. Most times when I do these overrated or underrated series, I look at the majority opinion and to see if I agree with them or disagree with them. But for here, the public opinion on YFM seems to be correct. The bad songs is what the fanbase dislikes, and the good songs is what the fanbase praises. So it's really hard to determine whether the series is overrated or underrated because it's fairly rated. I'm sorry if that was a lame ending, but that's how I stand with YFM right now. And I can't wait to see their new track, Uno Reversed, coming out sometime next week.